Okay, so we'll find a nice seat. And we'll get those feet out in front. Okay. And you're gonna just drop those knees down to one side and then bring them back and switch to the other side. And yeah, you can be like leaning back on your hands. Maybe that opens up your hips in a slightly different way. And then also you can try some with no hands, whatever feels good. All right, and then when you get to one side, so starting again in the middle, and then you get to one side, you're gonna use your hands if you want, but also come up into kneeling by squeezing your glutes and sending your hips forward, and so you have both knees on the ground. And then nice and controlled, setting your butt back down, feet in front, dropping to the other side, and then squeezing those glutes, bringing your hips up. And again, if it feels nice to kind of be leaning forward more and using your hands, that's fine. And maybe play around with some using your hands, then you can try some with no hands. Come back, starting again in the center position, feet out front, dropping those knees down to one side, bringing your hips forward, so you're in this kneeling position. And then again, if you want your hands on the ground, that's great. You take this trailing leg and swing it around so that now you're in this half kneeling position, one foot on the ground, one knee on the ground, and then go ahead and sit up and like send those hips forward. And then if you want, putting those hands back on the ground, swinging this knee back around where it came from, which if you don't remember where it came from, it was by your foot. That knee was by your foot. And then you can set your butt back down and you're kind of back here. And you'll find you're kind of moving around on the ground a little bit, and that's, you can just reset your positioning as needed and reset to go to the other side. And then again, this trailing leg swings around. So now we're in half kneeling. Bringing that knee back to where it came from, down by your foot. And then switching to the other side. And trying to do some with your hands and some with no hands. And the next time you get all the way up into this kneeling position, go ahead and hang out here for a moment. And again, squeezing your glutes, hips forward, and then send your hips back, straighten out that front leg as much as you can, and then kind of bow forward a little bit so you get this stretch through your hamstring here. I didn't even play Frisbee yesterday, and I still feel those tight hamstrings. But so come up to that kneeling position, getting tall, squeezing your glutes forward, hips forward, but then sending your hips back, legs straight as much as you can, and then bowing forward. And then coming back up again, re-bend that knee, hips forward again, before sending that knee back. Who dat? Did that hit me? 8 a.m. party.
I'm doing it, Billy. Shut up.
I can't believe everybody's here today. It's so great. Chloe's birthday brought everyone out. So we'll reset again, and we'll have those like feet out front, and we'll drop those knees down to one side, but then we're gonna stay low with it this time, and you're just gonna send, so if I went to the right, I'm gonna leave my right leg here. You can even put your hands on it, but then you're gonna keep kind of leaning more right and sticking your left leg straight out, so you kind of end up in this pigeon stretch. But then you'll roll back to the, sorry, you went like so far, you kind of end up going to the left actually. And then you'll lean back right, sitting back, bringing your feet back to where they started. Now going to the left, leaving this left knee here, and then finishing it by rolling right, sticking your right leg straight out, and then coming back to the left. And yeah, just kind of rocking back and forth. You can kind of hang out in this stretch if it feels good. Oh my gosh, Amy, you did, you made it all the way out to your workout space. Here you are. All right, now we're gonna start with one leg straight, one leg bent, but we're gonna kind of keep, rocking back and forth. And so as you lean back, you're gonna swing your straight leg out to the, like, if I have my right leg out straight, my left leg is bent, I'm gonna swing it out to the right and then cross over to the left. And then when I bring it back to the right, I'm gonna bend my knee and bring it back in and switch. So you're kind of like, and then when it's straight, you lean forward and then lean back again, across, and switch. Yeah, it doesn't have to be perfect with your timing or anything like that. You know what's funny is Slim is always sending me little videos of people doing like workout routines, like in sync, like coordinated and stuff. She's like, we could do this. And I'm always like, I'm not that coordinated, but we are always trying to link stuff together, and it just makes sense how she's doing her like dancing skateboard stuff. Anyway, it's just like funny how we all are seeing the different parts of it. All right, now we're just gonna step into like a squat stance. Your feet will be shoulder width apart. We're gonna stay here down low with your hands on the ground, and then we'll twist one arm up and then the other arm up. And if you're not quite getting able to get too very low on these, it's totally fine. Just get as low as you can. Even if you're kind of bent over like this, that's okay too. Okay, then you go ahead and send your hips up high, but leave your hands down so you can stretch out those hamstrings a little bit. Then we'll go ahead and squat down and then reach up, stand up, nice. Then we'll fold again forward, get that hamstring stretch, squat down, reach up, stand up, nice. Yeah, and we'll do some of these just at your own pace. Folding forward, squatting down, reaching up, standing up. off with just a few little knee hugs.
Oh, yes.
You come back up to standing and just nice and slow little knee hugs.
Oh, that was just great.
Hi, Heidi.